Champions League Group Stage 1 recap, beginning with Juventus 3, Malmo 0. First goal scorer of the Champions League campaign, number 12, Sandro. Italian Serie A, Lega Serie A is going to win the Champions League again 12 years later. This is why Sandro scored the goal. This is the 30th edition of the Champions League ever since it was renamed from the European Cup. It is Juventus that's going to make it to the 2022 final. Sandro scored right after the 22nd minute. Dybala scored in the 45th minute. Morata scored in the 45th minute as well. It's Dybala that has gematria 45. Now it is Alex that has gematria of PSG. You know what's the interesting thing about Sandro? Is that he joined Juventus from Porto for 9.6 million euros. Juventus is going to win its first Champions League title since 1996. Juventus got knocked out by Porto last year. Chelsea won the Champions League over at the Stadium of Porto during last year's final. Sandro had a total of 87 appearances with Porto. He is the first goal scorer of the campaign. Juventus is going to win the Champions League at Russia. Russia is gematria of 87, and the Pythagorean gematria of 24 is the same gematria as Russia. Sandro is born on the 26th day of the year. Juventus is going to end a 26-year Champions League title spell. Juventus won 3-0, Sandro's 3-0. This is the 30th edition of the Champions League since it was renamed from the European Cup. Corona in Italian and Spanish has gematria of 30. Italian is gematria of 30. It is Porto that has gematria of 30. It is Inter, the last Italian champion of the Champions League, that has gematria of 30. This means that Inter won the 18th edition of the Champions League since it was renamed from the Champions League. Malmo having gematria of 18 reinforces this connection. Not only that, but it's Sandro that has gematria of 26. Juventus going to win the Champions League 26 years later in tribute to what has happened from the virus. Scudetto having gematria of 26, and so on. Chelsea, the defending champion, having gematria of 26. The first one in the league against AC Milan. So, completely rigged, completely scripted. Moving on to more of the Champions League recaps. It was a scripted goal by Real Madrid in the 89th minute. Mbappe, Paris lost, but Real Madrid won. Rodrigo scores in the 89th minute against the champions of Italy, I Campioni. I Campioni has gematria of 89. This is how this game is rigged. Now, I feel that Inter is going to get a big win to advance to the knockouts at Madrid, also the same site where it won the Champions League in 2010, over at the Bernabeu, thanks to Jose Mourinho, who's with AS Roma, which Roma hosted the last Champions League title for Juventus, and Jose Mourinho won the last Champions League for Lega Serie A. So the riddles with Juventus' next Champions League title and Inter's last time with Mourinho is very clear. Club Brugge PSG completely rigged. Red Bull Leipzig was who it beat to reach the final. This is how the draw was rigged. Vanaken scores in the 27th minute. Ander Herrera scores in the 15th minute. Qatar, where the World Cup is at, is gematria 15. PSG has gematria 15. Rigged goal by Herrera. It is Paris that has gematria 27. Rigged goal in the 27th minute. It is completely rigged. This is Manchester City's next opponent, PSG, over at the Parc des Princes, or the Parc des Princes in Paris. Man City's game was completely rigged. Man City defeated Red Bull Leipzig by a score of 6-3. Its next opponent is Paris. Paris is gematria of 63. Jesus scores in the 85th minute. It is Man City. It is Messias. It is Paris Saint-Germain that has gematria of 85. The score, if I'm not mistaken, was 5-3 at some point. It lost the final to Chelsea. Once again, Chelsea has too much of 53. So next opponent against Paris, it shows how rigged it completely is. Losing 3-6, Red Bull Leipzig. Argentina is going to win the World Cup for the first time in 36 years. Christopher Nkunku scores a hat-trick. 73rd minute, he scores against Manchester City. Manchester City FC has gematria of 73. This is how it's rigged. I should say scripted. Not only is it rigged, but it's a script too. Riyad Mahrez, 47th minute, close to the 48th minute. Leipzig is gematria 48. No goal minute 661, but let's type the sponsor, Red Bull Leipzig. Just what? Red Bull equals, as a matter of fact. Okay, Red Bull is 74-29. Interesting, because Leipzig is not it doesn't have gematria that well. Anyways, 6-3 has something to do with Paris. It's completely rigged. It's completely scripted. That game was definitely rigged. I think Atletico Madrid and Porto's rigged because maybe Milan is going to advance to the knockouts. Ever thought of that? This is the 30th edition of the Champions League. Bayern won 3-0. Barcelona really need Messi. Messi's first number is number 30 with Barcelona. This is how it's rigged. After 33 minutes, Muller scores in the 34th minute because it's Munchen that has gematria 78-33, which is why Robert Lewandowski plays for that German club in the first place. Lewandowski scores in minute 85. Once again, Barcelona need the Messiahs. Bayern was winning 2-0. It is Messi that has gematria 20. The first game in the Champions League without Messi is against Bayern. This is how it's scripted. It all ended against Bayern during that 8-2, but I kind of explained the significance of that. Moving on. 3-0, 30th edition of the Premier League. Bayern are obviously a contender. Chelsea's rigged win against St. Petersburg, Russian club. Abramovich is Russian. He lost the 2008 final over at Munich. He's the defending champion right before the Champions League at Russia. Lukaku scores in the 69th minute. After 68 minutes, he is from Belgium. Belgium's gematria 69. After 68 minutes is when they score against Zenit St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg has gematria 68. After 68 minutes, Lukaku scores the goal. I haven't checked out the goal yet, but I'm going to go check it out. You're probably wondering about Liverpool and Milan as well. 3-2, 2-3. This reminds me of the 2003 Champions League loss. Now, this draw is rigged because Milan's last knockout opponent was Atletico, and they're in their group. It was also Milan's last Champions League title that occurred in 2007 against Liverpool. Again, this is how the draw is completely rigged. Mohamed Salah scores in the 48th minute, right before the 49th minute against Milan. I think it's completely rigged. How about Diaz? How about Rebic? It is Champions as gematria 44. Wonder if that's Liverpool, England, or what the gematria is of Diaz, for example, or of Ante Rebic getting these big goals, I imagine. I haven't looked at their individual countries, although you can make the connection with their individual countries as well. You absolutely can do it, but for this video's sake, I haven't done so. It's Jordan Henderson that scores the go-ahead goal. Let's check it out. Jordan Henderson is gematria 74. AC Milan has 7 Champions League titles and 4 runner-ups right after it defeated Liverpool. So this is my takeaway from Jordan. Jordan Henderson gets the win against AC Milan. Jordan's Championship 26. AC Milan is Championship 26. It defeated Milan in the final over at Istanbul. Istanbul's 26. Milan failed to equalize. Milan's up ahead. It was another scripted comeback. Comeback is Championship 26, completely rigged by the numbers. It is AC Milano that has Championship 32. Now, they're technically AC Milan. Milano's the city, but Milan, the club, Associazione Calcio Milan. I'm not pronouncing it right. AC Milano, if you spell it with an O, is Championship 32. And Liverpool won 3-2. It all makes complete sense why this is the case. So I think I've got almost every single game in there. This one. Nothing but zeros. New sheriff in town, so to speak. Rigged win by Sheriff against the Ukrainian team. Let's see what Shakhtar equals. Shakhtar has to march in Russia. They're in this competition. So, overall, pretty rigged week. Main pointers, 89th minute, win without Mbappe. 6-3, that was rigged. Another comeback. Shows you how the draw is rigged. You know, last Champions League title against Liverpool, they lost they lost a miracle comeback in 2005. Juventus won 3-0 with a former Porto player who signed for 9.6 million. Pretty obvious what the script is. My recap for the UEFA Champions League number 12, scoring for Juventus.